So a few years ago, I started learning German on my own and I restarted learning French after learning it a bit in school. I found a lot of effective resources and methods to skyrocket my progress. So today I'm going to be sharing my favorites for your own language learning journey. This video will be divided into preparation, getting started, and methods and resources. Preparation. Assuming you do have a language already in mind that you want to learn, you also need to have a personal reason for actually learning the language. Because without it, you'll probably spend a couple of weeks learning it and then quit. So for a few examples, for French, I really wanted that sense of personal accomplishment for being able to speak more than one language. Plus, I have just always loved the sound of the French language. For German, I really wanted to connect with my family and also my own identity. And I'm currently learning Spanish from scratch. I'd really like to do some volunteering experiences. This why is going to fuel your journey through the ups and downs because learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Getting started. So after committing to learning a language, I like to prioritize two things: structure and fun, to remove any guesswork for me so I'm not left unsure about what I should learn next. So for fun, I like to do this by listening to music in the language. I also start watching cartoons and movies and TV shows. I turn on the dubbing and I start listening to them. Pretty much anything just to get me listening to the language. I start just trying to really enjoy the sound of the language, just getting excited by it. I also start trying to mimic the accent and the pronunciation already as well. Now, there's no stressing about this. It's just a bit of fun. So if I hear somebody say something and I think, oh, that sounds cool, I might just start repeating it, just having fun and playing with the language. Another way to have fun is that YouTube also have a lot of beginner-friendly videos, and they'll rely on using context clues to actually teach you grammar and vocabulary. As for structure, to actually help me feel like I'm progressing, I like to find an app or a course to follow. For example, there is Language Transfer, which is a free app which provide audio lessons to guide you through learning a language. You could also go to YouTube and do a search for your language course, filter by playlists or courses. Then there are language learning apps, which are great for beginners, but after a couple of months, once you know the basics, apps are just going to be far too slow. So if you do pick a language learning app, please do not get attached to your streak, and even delete those apps if that's going to be useful once you do get the basics. So I've tested a bunch of language apps. Now, other options for some structure are to purchase a physical textbook, or you could also just go online and search for free PDF textbook for your language. Another option is that if you have a library card, you could sign up to the resource called Mango Languages because they do provide some beginner-friendly courses for a ton of languages. And another option is just to find an online course for that language. Now, for specific resource recommendations for your target language, I suggest searching for YouTube videos like best resources for and then your target language. So in addition to the apps or the structure, you're going to need to start surrounding and immersing yourself in the target language as well. You want to listen to it as often as you can, and this is going to apply what you're actually learning. This is similar to how a baby learns or acquires their native language, and it's really effective. The key is to find content that is just slightly above your current level of comprehension, and ideally it should also be content that you are genuinely interested in, because then you have an incentive to actually want to really pay attention and progress and improve in the language. So this could be in the form of podcasts, YouTube channels, books, audiobooks, music, movies, and TV shows. For specific resources for your target language, check out Refold's resource recommendations. Have a look if your language is there, because there are a bunch of files that the community have pulled together, really good resources for that language. But generally speaking, for some resource ideas and suggestions, Easy Languages are a YouTube channel. They interview people on the streets and they show dual subtitles on their videos. So those are really interesting and helpful. Another one is a cartoon called Mutsi, which is available for free for a few different languages on YouTube. It's very beginner friendly and just a good introduction to the language. Now, also Also on YouTube, do a search for comprehensible input videos in your language, or also beginner vlogs or beginner story times or slow spoken language videos. All of these are going to be targeted at beginners, and the creators are typically going to deliberately speak a lot slower and articulate very clearly so that comprehension is easier. Another tip is to create a separate YouTube channel for consuming content on YouTube in that language, because then the algorithm is going to start recommending more and more videos, and it's going to create like a little account of your language immersion. Another way to immerse yourself is with short stories, which are tailored for beginners. So I suggest Link, Readlang, and also Rosetta Stone. All of these apps have short stories which are targeted for beginners, and so you can use them to reinforce new words that you learn. Another thing you can do is use ChatGPT or AI to generate short stories for you at a beginner level. Methods and resources. Now, there are various skills that you will need to build when you learn a language, which are grammar, listening comprehension, reading comprehension, writing, speaking, and pronunciation. Now, immersion is actually going to help build all of these skills, but active learning methods will accelerate your progress. So I'm going to share my favorite methods for actively immersing in the language, but also for targeting specific skills. Immersive methods. So the first method is to read a book and listen to an audiobook at the same time. Ideally, it's a book that you've already read in another language before, so you're already familiar with it. Now, graded readers are another option. So these are books which have been simplified and use a lot more commonly used vocabulary. So for example, I have this one here by Ollie Richards in Spanish, and there's one back there as well which is for German. So he does these in a ton of different languages, and there's audiobooks available as well. Another book or audiobook you could listen to, and I'm not religious, but it is an interesting one because it's free, and that is actually the Bible app. You can also get access to an audiobook because people do record the voice as well. And now in terms of how you go about reading these books, especially if you are a total beginner. So what you might do is start reading a chapter or even just a page. Just see if you can understand anything. Are there any words that sound kind of similar to English that you can point out? The second time, any word that I don't understand, I underline it. Then at the very end, I will write down all of those words on a post-it note, look up the translations and write them down on the post-it note as well. And then I will reread the pages, and everything should make a lot more sense. But for words that I can't quite remember what they are, I can just simply glance back at the post-it note. Another immersive strategy that you can do is to listen to podcasts and read an automatically generated transcript at the same time. Now this is really cool because just from your phone, you can tap and highlight on words and translate them within the app. Similarly, I've also found it very helpful to actually find and subscribe to email newsletters in my target language, because every day or every week or so, I get kind of like a language lesson delivered to my mailbox. And similarly, I can highlight different words and translate them as well. And another strategy is to watch YouTube videos, cartoons, or movies and TV shows. So I suggest the Chrome extension called Language Reactor, because that will enable you to see dual subtitles in your target language. You can also hide, for example, the translations or hide the subtitles, and even utilize the keyboard shortcuts to make learning more effective for you or to test yourself. There's actually a ton of different ways in which you can use YouTube to your advantage to learn a language, which I detail a bunch of different step-by-step methods in this video. And another strategy is, if you really love listening to music in the target language, find the lyrics and then take the time to go through the translation and understand them. And when you get used to singing the chorus, which is really catchy, you'll find that you can naturally just understand, and it'll improve your speaking more as well. So now for some specific techniques for pronunciation, intonation, and your accent. Watching YouTube videos is also amazing for this, because you're going to hear native speakers and how they actually pronounce the words, how they say them in connection with other words. And you can start replicating this by pausing the video or just by watching it, by trying to repeat what they say. So this is a technique called shadowing. So for writing, a really cool method is to start a journal in the language. So if you're a beginner and you still don't really know many words, that's totally okay. You can still do this. What I suggest is trying to write as much as you can in the target language, but anything you just just don't understand, that's fine. Just use English and then copy it and paste it into ChatGPT and ask for a correction or ask it to translate the whole thing. It's going to return to you these new grammar concepts, these new vocabulary, these new words that are going to actually be meaningful and useful to you because you're making it applicable to your life. Now, for methods to expand vocabulary, because ultimately if you don't know the words, then you won't be able to construct sentences and communicate your ideas. So to learn new vocabulary, we do need to see new words several times before we can actually commit them to memory. And spaced repetition is one of the most effective methods to learn new vocabulary. What this means is that we see new words at increasing intervals just before we are about to forget what that word means. So we are quizzing ourselves, and by actually being able to recall that word correctly, it solidifies that bond and helps you to store that word in long-term memory. So it's very helpful when you learn new words to load them into a flashcard tool such as Anki. You can also use AI to help you with this as well, by the way, which is going to save you a lot of time. However, if you're a bit like me, I just find it quite difficult to keep coming back to tools like Anki. So I've actually come up with quite a few of my own methods to still help me kind of simulate spaced repetition in a few ways, but just in a way that's a bit more practical for me. So one of the methods that I do is that when I'm consuming content, for example, watching a YouTube video, and I come across a new word that I don't understand, I will save the entire sentence that word is in to a digital note, such as Notion. If it doesn't make sense to me, I'll put it into ChatGPT and ask for multiple contexts, just so I can improve my understanding about how the word functions. Reverso is also another tool that can do this. I also, to try and quiz myself using the word, will try to write my own sentences. And what's also really effective is that before bed or just in the morning, I'll have a read through sometimes my note containing all the different sentences and just see if I can understand each one. When I do understand one, I'll move it to the bottom of my note so that it doesn't sort of intermingle with the others. But also, when I do find a piece of content that I really like, that I'm learning quite a lot from, what I will do is that I will save it, for example, on YouTube to a different playlist saying learning, and I will come back to that video multiple times. Each time with each lesson, I should be able to improve and understand just a little more each time. For most of us, speaking and communicating with people is going to be what we're going to want to be able to do the most in the target language. But when learning to speak, you have to prioritize understanding and comprehension first. If you can't comprehend the language when you hear it or when you read it, how are you supposed to be able to construct it yourself? With German, I actually focused on building my comprehension and vocabulary for over a year before I really started to try to improve my conversation skills. And this actually mirrors how babies acquire their native languages as well. After countless hours hearing the language, they then start to try and replicate what other people are saying around them. And they make mistakes too, but they're getting constant feedback from people around them, telling them what's correct, what's wrong, and then they learn from their mistakes and improve. And I'm going to share some methods that you can do to improve these skills, both with other people, but also by yourself. So practicing with others. First, you can check out the platform called italki or Preply, and you can find online tutors. I also highly suggest Lingoda online lessons. Lingoda is more well known for group classes, though they do have private classes as well. They just create the best and the most structured and helpful classes about topics that are genuinely interesting. So you can also improve grammar concepts whilst also practicing your speaking. And I have made a few Lingoda videos about my German and French experiences if you're interested. You can also find a language partner through a language exchange app such as HelloTalk or Tandem. You can join parties where you can get on kind of like a group call and talk to multiple people, or you can just listen and be a fly on the wall. But you can also message people in this app. You can jump on video calls or voice calls and meet people, have your work corrected, and just improve your language conversation skills. And also another way to do this is that I did go traveling in Europe earlier in the year, and I joined a lot of clubs. I signed up to be a volunteer for an event. This really helped me to meet a lot of French and German people. So I also have friends who I can speak to and stay in touch research with. So to practice speaking by yourself, I like to use ChatGPT and Gemini in several different ways. The first method is something called cross-talking. Basically, you're going to say that you are going to be speaking in English, but you would like the AI to talk back to you in your target language. And you're going to do this in a voice chat, so it's going to be live. This is going to acclimatize you to hearing the language kind of spoken to you in conversation, but without the pressure of you having to pause or think on the spot, fumble over your words, because let's face it, when we start speaking, it doesn't matter how good your comprehension is, you're not going to come out just sounding fluent. It's going to take some fumbling and some time and some errors and mistakes. All that is okay and expected, so don't be harsh on yourself. And just whenever you feel ready, you can start incorporating more of your target language into your speaking. For the next method, I've done a separate video about this, and basically I will use the dictate feature on ChatGPT, and I will try to talk about a topic in the target language for as much as I can. If I don't know a word in the target language, it's fine, I just say it in English. And just once I'm done, at the end, I ask for a correction of all my work. So then I get a corrected version and I read through the whole thing and I go through it and analyze it. And this way I learn new vocabulary, but I can also ask for explanations on things that aren't very clear. And then at the end, I reread the full correction over and actually record myself so that I can listen to it read back to me. Another speaking method is just to start a voice chat with Gemini or ChatGPT. I quite like Gemini for this because I find ChatGPT a bit waffly, and we just kind of talk about any topic. Another method is that when you are out and about, try to incorporate or kind of like commentate your life in your target language. So talk to yourself, don't be afraid, even though it might be a bit weird at first. And especially if you are trying to learn new words or vocabulary, try to look for options where you can incorporate them. So by now you might be thinking, all right, that's a ton of information, but where do I actually start? So to transform everything that's been discussed into a clear, actionable system that fits your schedule and your goals, go and check out this video next, all about creating your very own tailored language learning plan. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I wish you all the best on your language learning journey.